You want a chance to take home
Your
this
times
built
bonus
motor
entries are
Nissan
now
Supra
live.
SX with 5K cash.
Win this Ford Ranger plus £2,000 worth of cash, bonus 70.
What's up, guys? This is your last chance to
Another
win
car
this
giveaway.
$50,000.
This is my chances of even winning this amazing.
Alright, let's be real here. We've probably all seen that in our news feed, and a lot of us have probably entered them. I'm not going to blame you. I've entered a few myself. But what are the actual odds of winning? I think you may be surprised. We are talking about car giveaways, and when you hear the word giveaway, you probably think, oh, they're just giving it away out of the kindness of their heart, and you would be wrong. That's called a donation or a charity. A giveaway works a lot differently. Now, in order to be classified as a giveaway, they actually have to follow certain laws in different states and yada, yada, yada. There's always fine print involved in a giveaway. Now, I am making this video because when I made the video on my R32 raffle scam, a lot of people were in there commenting about giveaways, and that was not a giveaway. That was actually a raffle. These are giveaways. They're a little bit different, and when you enter a giveaway, you do have a chance to win. 99% of these giveaways are legit. Now, there are bad ones out there, but most of them are legit, and you can win the vehicle, but you're not going to, and here's why. You buy a $45 t-shirt or a $65 sweatshirt, something you could go buy at Walmart for 10 bucks. They print their logo on. This is some of my merch, and this shirt can be had for like 25 bucks, I think is what I have it priced at on my merch site. And the cost for me is around $18. So all said and done, I'm not making much money on it, but I make very small orders. I don't really have anybody buying my stuff. But these big companies, they have tens of thousands of people ordering stuff. So they buy all this stuff in bulk. And I've looked into it, and a lot of these bulk merch selling companies, they get really good rates because they're buying a lot and they're printing stuff in-house. They're saving a lot of money that way. And the average cost for something like that can be between 5 and 10 bucks for a shirt. Then you're going and buying that same shirt for $45. And all of that is profit for them. And what do they do with this profit? Well, they build a car to give you. So you are never really going to have a chance at winning this vehicle. You're going to buy a $45 t-shirt. That's usually going to give you 45 entries if you buy the t-shirt when the giveaway starts. And here's where things get fun. A lot of these companies, I won't name any, in particular, but they will start a giveaway and they'll have their shirt priced at $45. So when you buy that shirt, you get 1 entry per dollar. You're getting 45 entries into winning this Lambo or this Porsche or this whatever. And so what happens is after a while, when they aren't getting the entries that they want and the giveaway is coming to their deadline, they're like, crap, how can we get more people to enter into this giveaway? So what do? Now they start adding multipliers. So now that same $45 t-shirt that you just bought to get 45 entries has a 10 times multiplier on it. So now the same person buying that shirt is going to get 450 entries for the same price that you got for 45. And then eventually they add more multipliers, and I've seen people go up to like a 500x multiplier. So what happens is you buy this shirt, get 45 entries, someone else buys this shirt, gets 450,000 entries. And there could be millions of entries into these giveaways, and you got 45 entries. I mean, you're more likely to get struck by lightning, get injured by a toilet. I mean, it doesn't matter. You are more likely to do almost anything than win that car. Now, a lot of these are legit, and you can win the car, but the odds are just not there. You have much better chances of winning a scratch-off ticket if you want to throw money away. And a lot of people say, well, I can just go buy the t-shirt because I like the t-shirt, and that's fine. But would you really go out to the mall and go looking for a t-shirt and spend $45? A lot of people wouldn't. And so when they say that argument, I think it's just a way of justifying it. And I'm not going to target people that do it because I've done it myself. But I'm just here to inform you guys that it is not a good thing to do. If you really love the shirt and you want to go buy one, go ahead. But I promise you, you're not going to win that car. And if you do, well, you're very lucky. Now, these giveaways are required to have a no purchase necessary policy, and that's the only way they can keep this legal. Basically, you are able to enter the giveaway without purchasing anything, and a lot of people don't know that. But the reason they get away with that is because nobody knows about it. It's in the fine print way down at the bottom of the page that you don't see over top of the big picture of the car and all the bold, colorful text that they put out there for you to buy merch. And so a lot of times you can write out a little postcard and you can send it in. And what happens? Well, you might get a couple of entries for that little postcard you sent. I believe most You could send like one per day. So if you were really dedicated, you could stack up a bunch of these and have way more entries than somebody that bought a $45 shirt or a $25 keychain. If you have 45 entries and let's say the odds are in your favor and not a lot of people entered, which is another strategy that a lot of these smaller giveaway companies are using, that, oh, well, we don't have as many people entering ours because we're a small company. Well, let's say there's 400,000 entries and you have 45. That is a 0.0001125% chance of winning, or about 1 in 8,888. That's crazy. And it's just not going to happen for you. I mean, there's going to be people out there that win them and have their stories, but like I said, that's the odds you're facing, and that's a small giveaway. A lot of these bigger giveaways can go up to millions and millions of entries, and you'll never know because they don't make that information public. So you'll never know how many entries you're competing against. You'll never know what your real odds are. You can just assume. I used the same odds and I checked to see what else is more likely to happen than you winning that car. You have a better chance of getting injured by a toilet, being killed by fireworks, getting a hole-in-one in golf, being struck by lightning twice, becoming a millionaire randomly, die from being left-handed and using a right-handed product incorrectly, finding a pearl in an oyster at a seafood restaurant, and successfully guess a 3-digit PIN on the first try. Those are just some of the things, and the odds are different for each of them. But I want to talk about the last big thing, and that's how they're getting greedy and how they are manipulating laws to make it more profitable for them. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if you guys have checked out any of these giveaways lately, but they used to only offer merch or the free method because they're not allowed to just take straight up cash. That's illegal. That would be considered a raffle, not a giveaway, and it breaks the terms and the laws and all of that. So instead, they started doing digital posters, and all it is a freaking picture of the car that they're giving away and a donation amount. Basically, they'll sell you like, oh, this size image or this size image, or you can get 2 pictures of the car for this price, etc. And it'll range from like $5 to $50 to $100 to $500. But I think the reason they did that is because when somebody buys that digital download JPEG file, a picture of the car that somebody could screenshot from their ads or their website and just print it out if they really wanted it, it's a way for them to expand their profit margin. Because now, instead of spending $10 on a shirt and selling it for $45 and only making $35 in profit, now somebody can buy the $50 JPEG file just because, and boom, they got 50 bucks profit right there. And another reason I think they're doing this is for people that don't have the money to spend on a $45 t-shirt. Well, now they can buy a $5 digital picture. It's not right what they're doing. A lot of people have these goals and these dreams and ambitions, and I think they're feeding into that by calling it a dream car giveaway, because it's flashing this fancy thing in front of you that you'll probably never be able to afford in your lifetime. And here's a chance at it. And all you got to do is buy this t-shirt. So are you really buying the $45 t-shirt because you like the design? Come on, man, get real. So next time, before you enter one of these giveaways, keep in mind your odds are not in your favor. But that's really all I have for you guys. So go ahead and jump down in the comment section. Let me know if you've ever won one of these giveaways, if you know somebody who's won, or if you have the Instagram handle of someone who's won one and they still have the car. It'd be cool to see. But I'll talk at you guys in the comments. Let me know your stories, and I will see you guys in the next video.